Hi friends, this reflection is for the 25th Sunday of Ordinary Time. So we continue the discourse in the Gospel of Luke, and once again, Jesus throws out another parable. And I think what we have to look at, there are two different things that every Catholic really needs in order for us to have what's called the honest wealth. Now, the dishonest wealth is everything that the culture offers us. Say, oh, you know what, if you get this, you'll be happy, or if you do this, you're happy, or if you whatever it is, just the temporary things. But of course, everything they tell you, you could have a very dangerous side effect. So I think one thing that we really had to look at this gospel here, and I understand it probably would draw a little bit of confusion, and that's okay, because let's see. In the parable that Jesus tells us in the Gospel of Luke, the man that the main person here is really ready to get his head chopped off. You see? And he has to get back on his feet some way, somehow, but he doesn't. So we really have to be very careful ourselves, especially if we are trying to do the best we can to get right with God. So let's break it down a little bit. I think there are two things that every Catholic needs. The first and foremost is prayer, and the second is communion. Now, I'm not just talking about the daily receiving the Eucharist every day. I mean, you need a community of people that are willing to lead you to heaven. I think one of the perfect examples as we look at the readings chosen for the 25th Sunday is we look at the example of St. Augustine. And he was looking for love, he was looking for happiness at all the wrong places. And one of his most powerful quotes ever known is, "Our hearts are restless until they rest in you, Lord." And I think for many of us, if we're busy and everything, I think some of us seem to forget what our ultimate goal in life is. Our ultimate goal, friends, is to get to heaven. Our ultimate goal is not to be rich, it's not to get rich or die trying, it's not to own every materialistic thing known to man. But the one thing that is true is that our goal as Catholics and people of faith is to get to heaven. Is it easy? No. Is it achievable? Yes. Now, communion is one, and a community of those that are willing to lead you to heaven is one way to get you there. The second is prayer. And I think that's something a lot of people of faith have in common, and that is the sense of prayer. Sense to pray for each other. And we are called to use the wealth prudently, as acts of prudent servants to prepare for eternal dwelling. Now, another quote that really jumps out at me is, "You cannot serve two masters." Our problem in our culture is that we think that this world, tells us what is going to get us to heaven. But in reality, Jesus is the way, because he is the way, the truth, and the life. Jesus shows us the perfect way to heaven. It may be long, it may be a challenge, but in the end, it will be worth it. So friends, I guess I'll leave you with two things to do. First, invite someone to Bible study, invite someone to a holy hour, invite someone to a church gathering, invite someone back to the faith. All it takes is invitation. Seek what is in God's eye, what is heaven. Don't seek what the world offers you. In time, our hearts will rest in God, just as St. Augustine's heart did. And the final thing I offer to you is change up your prayer routine, or try to make it your routine every morning. And before you go to bed, take time to thank God for the blessings he poured out upon you. Even acknowledge his presence if you can in your everyday life. Our hearts are restless until they rest in you, Lord. God bless.